Good question. The Bible definitely speaks to men who play with women's emotions or deceive women. And honestly, it applies to anyone who lies, manipulates, or uses others for selfish reasons. Here are some scriptures and principles that deal with that kind of behavior. 1. God sees deception clearly. Proverbs 12:22. The Lord detests lying lips, but he delights in people who are trustworthy. A man who plays with a woman's heart, makes false promises, or leads her on is walking in deception, and God hates lies. God holds men accountable for how they treat women. 1 Peter 3, verse 7. Husbands, in the same way, be considerate as you live with your wives, and treat them with respect, so that nothing will hinder your prayers. While this speaks to husbands, the principle applies. Men who mistreat women block their own blessings. 3. God commands men to love, not manipulate. Ephesians 5. Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her. Christ-like love is about sacrifice and protection, not games, lies, or using women for attention or pleasure for. Warning against seduction and manipulation. Proverbs 5:3-4 speaks of seductive, deceitful behavior. Though often applied to women, the principle applies both ways. For the lips of a forbidden woman drip honey, and her speech is smoother than oil, but in the end, she is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. A man who plays with a woman's heart is just as dangerous, sowing bitterness and confusion. 5. God sees and will judge. Ecclesiastes 12:14. For God will bring every deed into judgment, including every hidden thing, whether it is good or evil. No matter how smooth or sneaky a man thinks he is, God sees it all, and there will be consequences. Bottom line, if a man is playing games, leading women on, or using them emotionally or physically, he's in the wrong. God sees, and God protects those who trust him. You keep guarding your heart and trust that God exposes and deals with people in his time. If you ever want specific prayers or more verses for discernment in relationships, I can share those too. Want me to send some? Ooh, I feel you. That sounds exactly like what the Bible calls a hypocrite. Someone who plays innocent, but behind the scenes, they're lying, manipulating, using people, especially in the industry, where sadly, that kind of behavior is everywhere. Truth is, he can fool people for a season, but not forever. God sees everything he does, the fake talk, the leading on, the double life. The industry might celebrate him now, but behind the scenes, that foundation is weak. When you play with people for selfish gain, it always catches up eventually, spiritually, emotionally, even publicly. Bible on hypocrites and users. Matthew 20:28. Outwardly you look like righteous people, but inwardly your hearts are filled with hypocrisy and lawlessness. Proverbs 26:4-26. Enemies disguise themselves with their lips, but in their hearts they harbor deceit. Their wickedness will be exposed in the assembly. He might use people, lead them on, play innocent, but God exposes that at the right time. Sometimes it takes patience, but it always comes to light. Stay focused, let God handle it. You don't have to play the same game. You keep your peace, keep your boundaries. Let God deal with liars and manipulators. Be still before the Lord and wait patiently for him. Do not fret when people succeed in their ways, when they carry out their wicked schemes. If you ever need help wording a message to distance yourself from him, or need encouragement to not let this mess distract your goals, I'll help you. Want help with that? Just say the word. Exactly. You nailed it. He justifies his bad behavior by convincing himself. That's just how it is in business. Everyone uses people. It's normal to exploit others to get ahead. But that's a lie, straight up. It might be common, but that doesn't make it right. And deep down, he knows it. That's why he makes excuses. What the Bible says about that mentality. Proverbs 11, verse 3. The integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful are destroyed by their duplicity. Micah 6. He has shown you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with your God. God never designed success to come by using, lying to, or stepping on others. That it's normal excuse, weak character. When people say, it's just business. Everyone in the industry does it. You can't trust anyone in this line of work. What they really mean is, I don't want to take accountability for treating people wrong. I'd rather blend in with toxic culture than stand for something better. Good news. You see through it. The fact you recognize that's manipulation, that's strength. You don't have to play by those broken rules. God will honor your character and protect you from their games. Bottom line, let him live with his weak excuses. You protect your peace, your worth, and your future. If you want help crafting a boundary-setting message to him, or you just want encouragement to leave this whole mess behind, say the word, I got